مرحبا بكم في قناة تاتس التعليمية. ادعم القناة بالاشتراك وتفعيل الجرس والإعجاب. الآن زوروا موقعنا howtatsgames.com للتركيز على الدروس واختبار المعلومات، كما يتم تحديث المحتوى التعليمي باستمرار. Unit 3 الوحدة الثالثة. Laugh out loud يضحك بصوت عالي أو اضحك بصوت عالي. Listen and discuss. Watch TV shows or comedian makes you. What TV show or comedian makes you laugh the most? Why? ما الكوميديا أو البرنامج الذي يجعلك تضحك أكثرا؟ ولماذا؟ 2. What is the funniest joke you know? ما النكتة المضحكة أو الأكثر إضحاكا تعرفها؟ 3. What do you think makes you a joke funny? وما الذي يجعل النكتة مضحكة؟
A family of mice were being chased by a cat. The scared mice were cornered when the father mouse turned around and barked, "Ruff, ruff, ruff!" The surprised cat ran away. When one of the young mice said, "Nice going, Dad," the father mouse replied, "You see, son, it pays to be bilingual." A student with a parrot on his shoulder leaves a lecture theater. Another student follows him. He stops him and says, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I have to say, I was astonished by your parrot's remarkable reaction to the lecture on ancient history. He seemed frightened at the frightening parts, sad at the depressing parts, fascinated at the interesting parts, and amused at the funny parts. I could have sworn I even heard it laugh. I have to say, I was amazed. Don't you find it surprising?" "Yes," he replies. "I was very surprised. He hated the class."
A truck driver is driving a truckload of penguins to the zoo in the next town when his truck breaks down. While he's working on the truck, another truck driver stops and asks if he needs help. The first truck driver says, "If I gave you $100, would you take these penguins to the zoo?" The second trucker agrees to do it. Hours later, the truck driver is still trying to fix his truck when the second truck driver drives past with all of the penguins still in his truck. The puzzled first truck driver says, "Didn't you take them to the zoo?" The second truck driver says, "Yes, we went to the zoo, and there was money left over. So now we're going to a restaurant."
A grasshopper, a snail, and a centipede are relaxing in the grasshopper's house when they realize that they are getting hungry. They decide that one of them should go out for a pizza. The snail says, "I'd go, but I'm kind of slow." The grasshopper says, "I don't mind going, but my hopping will shake the pizza and mess it up." So they decide to send the centipede. The snail and grasshopper wait and wait. The longer they wait, the hungrier they get. Finally, when an hour passes and the centipede still hasn't returned, the irritated snail and grasshopper decide to go look for him. They get as far as the front door, where they find the centipede sitting there putting on his shoes.
Vocabulary. Complete the sentences with one of these words. أكمل مستعملا هذه الكلمات. Answers. 1. Someone who can speak both Arabic and English is bilingual. ثنائي اللغة. 2. Someone who is amazed at something is astonished. منبهر. 3. Something that is incredible can also be called remarkable. أنه لا يمكن تصديقه. Number 4. Someone who is confused by something is puzzled. محير ب أو مقلق أو يفكر في شيء يحاول حله. Number 5. Someone who is annoyed at something is irritated. أنه منزعج بواسطة هذا الشيء. Number 6. Someone who is very interested in something is fascinated. منبهر أو مهتم في شيء. Comprehension. Answer the questions. أجب على الأسئلة التالية. 1. How is the word bilingual used in a humorous way in the joke about the mice? أنه ثنائي اللغة هذا الفار. It implies that cat and mouse are two different languages. 2. Why was the student at the lecture theater amazed by the parrot? لماذا انبهر الطالب بالببغاء؟ The parrot showed human reactions to the lecture as if he understood everything. Number 3. Why was the parrot owner surprised? Why is this funny? ولماذا مالكه مندهش? The owner was surprised that the parrot liked the lecture so much since he didn't like the class. It's funny because you don't expect a parrot to attend classes. Number 4. How did the second truck driver misinterpreted the first truck driver's request? كيف ترجم أو أساء الترجمة? He took the penguins to the zoo for a visit rather than leave them there to be an exhibit. Number 5. Why shouldn't the snail and grasshopper have sent the centipede out for the pizza? Because it takes a long time for the centipede to put shoes on his many legs feet. Grammar. قواعد. Past and present participle adjectives الصفات من الشكل الماضي والشكل المضارع. The past participle and the present participle forms of a verb can be used as adjectives. يمكننا استعمالها كصفات بإضافة ed أو ing للفعل، ولكن السياق مكانها صفة أو حال. Past participles generally end in ed but can also end in d, t, en or n and describe how someone feels. عادة ما تعطي مشاعر شخص ما. The mice were frightened of the cat. مرعبون. Present participles always end in ing. تنتهي ب ing دائما. And describe what causes the feeling. ما الذي سبب هذه المشاعر؟ إذن ال ed تبين من وقع عليه المشاعر ال ing تبين من سبب هذه المشاعر. The cat was frightening. القط كان مرعب وليس مرتعب. إذن الفار ارتعب ولكن القط هو المرعب. Participle adjectives can appear after be or in front of nouns. عادة ما تأتي هذه الصفات ال ed أو ال ing بعد الفعل be أو أمام الأسماء، فالصفات تسبق في اللغة الإنجليزية الأسماء. My grandfather's stories about his childhood are amusing. الآن amusing أتت بعد الفعل be are، والأفعال be هي am is are في المضارع was were في الماضي. بينما my grandfather tells amusing stories قصصا مذهلة مبهرة. إذن هنا صفة وموصوف تلا بعضهما. About his childhood. Get adjective صفة. Get past participle. Get أو التصريف الماضي ed أو التصريف الثالث من الفعل. Get before an adjective or past participle suggests that something is changing. هنالك شيء يتغير. هذا المعنى منها. Or starting to happen أو يحدث. Get can be followed by an adjective تتبع بصفة. The grasshopper and the snail got impatient waiting for the centipede. It's almost time for me to give my presentation. I am getting nervous. الآن بدأت بالتوتر. Get can also be followed by a past participle ويمكن أن نأتي بالتصريف الثالث أو ed which functions as an adjective وتعمل الآن في هذا السياق كصفة. You should put on sunscreen. You're getting sunburned. أنك تحترق بالشمس. Sunburned هي الصفة الآن. My mother gets worried if I'm not home by 10 a.m. or p.m. مثلا. وورد قلقة هنا أيضا صفة. The فراغ the comparatives المقارنات. The is used with two comparatives to say that the first thing has an effect on the second. عادة ما يكون الأول هو المؤثر والثاني من وقع عليه الأثر بين هاتين الكلمتين. فنقول the longer the telephone call, the bigger the telephone bill. كلما طالت مكالمة الهاتف كلما كانت الفاتورة أعلى. إذن طول المكالمة يؤثر في سعر الفاتورة. The funnier the joke, the harder the audience laughs. The more I get to know my classmates, the better I like them. وفي المقارنات علينا إضافة ER للصفة، وإذا لا تقبلها علي إذا كانت صفة طويلة مثلا نأتي بكلمة more. والكلمة المقارنة من بعض الكلمات عبارة عن كلمة أخرى مثل good، المقارنة منها better. A. Complete the sentences with the present or past participle of the verb in parentheses. أكمل مستعملا صيغة الماضي ED أو صيغة المضارع ING بنية صفة مسببة أو صفة وقعت عليها أو هي من تأثرت على حسب السياق. Answers. When Jack found out that he wasn't accepted to his first choice of the university, he was disappointed. أصيب بخيبة الأمل، فلذلك استخدمنا ED. The news، الأخبار هي المخيبة. The news was disappointing ING. Number 2. Calling someone by the wrong name is embarrassing. أنك تسمي شخص باسمه الخطأ محرج، هذا مسبب، إذن ING. I did it last week with a new friend and I was terribly embarrassed. أصبت بالإحراج ED. Number 3. People who talk about themselves all the time are irritating. مصدر إلى التوتر. I used to have a friend like that who irritated me. أنا توترت بسببه، إذن وقع علي التوتر بالED. All of the time. Number 4. I'm never frightened. أنا لا أرعب، لا يقع علي الإرعاب. By noises in the dark. It surprises me that other people think they are frightening. أنها مسببة للإرعاب، هذه الأصوات في الظلام. Number 5. Many people find winter to be a depressing season. أن هذا الموسم مسبب إلى الاكتئاب ING. Months of rain and snow can make people feel depressed. الآن يقع على الناس الاكتئاب بالED. B. Complete each sentence with the correct form of get an adjective or past participle from the box. استعمل get معها صفة أو التصريف الماضي ED أو التصريف الثالث من الأفعال غير المنتظمة من هذه الكلمات. Answers. Giselle was supposed to be home an hour ago. I'm getting worried. بدأت بالقلق ING مضاف للفعل ED ليصبح صفة. 2. I prefer to use the gym early in the morning. It gets crowded in the afternoon. وهذه الآن عبارة عن حقيقة ننقلها، فنأتي بالفعل مضاف له اسم الغائب لأن ما سبقه it، وcrowded أضفنا لها ED لتصبح صفة. Number 3. I got confused. أصبت بالحيرة. And accidentally showed up for the appointment on the wrong day. Number 4. You know winter is coming when it starts getting dark earlier. إذن getting dark حالة تتغير، نضيف ING ثم نأتي بصفة. Number 5. I think I may have the flu. I'm tired and I'm starting to get dizzy. أيضا get نأتي بget لأن هذا ما قبلها full infinitive to ونأتي بالفعل في المصدر ثم نأتي بالصفة. Number 6. Kevin got engaged. أيضا هذا خبر مع كلمة got في الماضي، لكن هذه المرة engaged أضفنا لها ED بنية أن تصبح صفة. When he was 24 and was married 6 months later. Number 7. We're going on a vacation or on vacation next week. We're getting excited about it. الآن تغير حالنا، نحن نتحمس. نضيف ing ثم نأتي بالفعل مضاف له ed ليصبح صفة. Number 8. I'd recommend not buying white shoes. They get dirty so quickly. Get dirty هذه الآن حقيقة، وأتينا بget تلاها الصفة بعد ذلك. Number 9. Setting up your own business is a good way to get rich. Get rich هذه أيضا حقيقة. Get أتينا بالصفة بعدها. Said the businessman. Number 10. Dale gets frightened. الآن لأن الفاعل غائب مفرد أضفنا إلى get اس الغائب المفرد، وأتينا بالفعل مضافا له ed. frighten وfrightened أنه ارتعب، وقع عليه الرعب. When he rides the roller coaster at the park. C. Finish each sentence with a, the comparative المقارنة بذا وذا، ونلاحظ أن ما قبلها هو المؤثر وما بعد ذا هو المتأثر. Answers. The more it rains كلما أمطرت أكثر. The higher the water level gets in the river كلما ازداد منسوب المياه. The better my English gets كلما تحسنت لغتي الإنجليزية. The easier it is to understand English TV shows كلما سهل عليه فهم برامج التلفاز الإنجليزية. The more TV I watch كلما شاهدت تلفاز. The less I like them كلما فقدت إعجابي بها. The earlier the class كلما تأخر الصف. The more tired I am كلما تعبت. The farther we run the farther we run كلما مشينا أبعد. The longer it will take us to get back كلما استغرق وقتا أكثر للرجوع. كلما علينا أن نضع صيغة مقارنة في الحالتين، ولكن ننتبه للسياق. من المؤثر ومن المتأثر؟ المؤثر الجهة الأيسر والمتأثر الجهة الأيمن. Answers. The richer you are, the more stuff you can buy. The older I get, the less I care what others think. The more sleep I get, the better I feel. The warmer the weather gets, the nicer it is for some swimming. The quicker we work, the more we'll finish today. D. Write a story about the picture. Use past and present participle adjectives. استعمل صفات في ال ed وصفات ال ing عن هذه الصورة، واستعمل أيضا السياق التالي: get adjective, get past participle and the comparatives. استعمل جميع القواعد في وصف هذه الصورة. 4. Conversation محادثة. Real talk. To tell you the truth أن أخبرك بالحقيقة. To tell you exactly how I feel بمشاعري الحقيقية. Getting to. Annoying or bothering أنه مزعج. Cheer you up. Make you feel happier أنا أبهجك. Killer. Great. Amazing أن ذلك رائع مدهش. Blow me away تعني really impress me أنك تبهرني بمثلا هالشيء معين.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I'm feeling a bit down. I think the weather is getting to me. I'm tired of all this rain.
You know what you need to cheer you up? A few good laughs. I've got a couple of killer jokes for you.
I don't know, Charlie. I'm not a big fan of jokes.
Just listen. Here's a good one. A cowboy rides into town on Sunday, stays for 3 days, and leaves on Sunday. How is this possible?
I don't know. How?
Because his horse's name is Sunday. Well, what's the matter? Don't you get it?
Yeah, I get it, though it didn't exactly blow me away.
How about this one? Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ate 9. Get it? 8, like the number 8?
Yeah, I get it. I just don't think it's funny. But I do feel better.
If you didn't think they were funny, why do you feel better?
Because you're trying to cheer me up. You're a good friend, Charlie, even if you do tell terrible jokes.
No, I don't. Hey, did you hear the one about...
Charlie telling هشام jokes. لماذا Charlie يخبر هشام نكتا؟ 2. What is Hisham's reaction to their jokes? وما ردة فعل هشام؟ 5. Listening. Listen to the report about animals' ability to laugh. Complete the chart. هنالك تقرير عن قدرة الحيوانات على الضحك. أكمل هذه القائمة. Animals that laugh. الحيوانات التي ممكن أن تضحك. What makes them laugh. وما يضحكها. What does the laugh sound like. وكيف تبدو ضحكتها. Pronunciation. Listen.
Until recently, it was believed that laughter was unique to humans. However, recent research has found that some animals make laughter-like sounds in certain situations. For example, researchers have found that when chimpanzees chase after and play with each other, they get excited and make a special kind of panting sound. This panting sound is not unlike the ha-ha-ha made by humans when they laugh, but the chimpanzee version sounds more like grunting. Researchers have also found that laughter reduces stress levels in chimpanzees. It is interesting to note that laughter has a similar effect on other chimpanzees as human laughter has on other people. Just as the sound of human laughter relieves stress in people, one researcher found that when chimpanzees hear recordings of other chimpanzees making the laughter sound, it makes them a lot happier and more playful. The truth is that most mammals appear to make a special sound when they are amused or happy. Certain kinds of parrots and mynah birds imitate human laughter with amazing precision. It was initially thought that this type of laughter was plain mimicry and did not indicate that the birds were amused or excited about something. However, incidents with mynah birds questioned this assumption. A particular mynah bird that was observed used human laughter to respond to different stimuli. When people that he liked entered the room, he would greet them and laugh softly. On other occasions, he would laugh out loud. Finally, and this was key, he would chuckle when he played a trick on an unsuspecting visitor or passerby. For example, he would cry out, "Pick up your keys," to a passerby. The person would usually walk on without reacting, so he would whistle and shout, "Hey, pick up your keys, your keys." The person would stop and start looking around for his keys, at which point the mynah bird would start chuckling. Perhaps the most surprising discovery about animal laughter involves rats. Researchers discovered that when rats play with each other or are tickled by humans, the rats make chirping sounds that are above the range of human hearing. It was also discovered that the area of a rat's brain that lights up when it chirps is the same area of the human brain that lights up when a human is amused. So the rat's chirping sound is clearly associated with positive emotional feelings. Interestingly, the more the rats were tickled by researchers, the more they become bonded to humans, and the more they would seek to be tickled. Some researchers speculate that laughter may be a trait shared by all mammals. However, more research is needed before such a conclusion can be reached.
One. Until recently, it was believed that laughter was unique to humans. 2. The sound of human laughter has been found to relieve stress. 3. A particular bird that was observed used human laughter. 4. It was discovered that this area of a rat's brain lights up when it is tickled. Five. However, more research is needed before such a conclusion can be reached.
Vocabulary building. Cardiovascular تعني I involving the heart and blood vessels له دخل في القلب والشرايين. Number 2 equivalent وتعني E equal مساوي ل. 3 hearty وتعني C strong and with feeling مع مشاعر. hearty يعني مؤثر. Number 4 antibodies وهي الأجسام المضادة. G substance produced by the body to fight germs and infection. Number 5 pediatric وتعني D related to the medical care of children طبيب مختص بالأطفال. Number 6 stimulate وتعني B to increase energy or activity and تزيد الطاقة أو النشاط. Number 7 enhance وتعني F to improve and تحسن. 8 prompt وتعني H to cause someone to do something أنك تجعل شخص يقوم بشيء ما تشجعه مثلا أو تأمره. Number 9 genuine أصلي أو أصيل وتعني A real not false. 8 reading before reading قبل أن تقرأ read the passage and underline important details about laughing. قم بقراءة القطعة وضع خطا عند التفاصيل عن الضحك.
Laughter really is the best medicine. Are you feeling run down, stressed? Do you get sick easily? The solution to your problems may be surprisingly simple. Try laughing. Countless research studies have shown the amazing number of ways that laughter positively impacts both our mind and body. Laughter has an immediate beneficial effect on our mood and sense of well-being. Generally speaking, the harder you laugh, the better you feel. But why is this? Research has found that laughter offers some of the same benefits as exercise. When you laugh, that laughter stretches, tones, and strengthens muscles in your face and body. It increases your heart rate and causes you to breathe faster, which increases oxygen levels in your body. According to William F. Fry, M.D., Associate Professor of Clinical Psychiatry at Stanford University, laughing 100 to 200 times per day is the cardiovascular equivalent of rowing for 10 minutes. One study even found that laughter can help people lose weight. Researchers discovered that laughing out loud for 10 to 15 minutes a day can burn up to 50 calories. However, this certainly doesn't mean you should give up a visit to the gym for a hearty laugh. At the rate of 200 calories per hour, it would take over 17 hours of non-stop laughter to lose a single pound, 450 grams. People who laugh often have other physical advantages as well. They tend to have lower blood pressure and lower stress levels. They tend to get sick less often because laughter has been shown to increase infection-fighting antibodies. Laughter has also been found to help fight disease and to help people recover from illness. This has led many hospitals to create programs designed to make patients laugh. For example, it is quite common to see a red-nosed clown joking with young patients in the pediatric ward. Hundreds of hospitals also provide patients with humor carts, loaded with humorous cartoons, DVDs, comic books, and funny props. Laughter has also been found to make people alert, stimulate the brain, and enhance learning. It also helps people to be more productive, to communicate more effectively, to sleep more soundly, and to form friendships more easily. In the mid-1990s, a doctor from India was struck by these benefits and brainstormed a way to bring more laughter into his patients' lives. The doctor, Madame Kataria, gathered a group of people together in a local park to practice laughing as part of a laughter club. During the club meetings, Kataria would prompt members to laugh in a variety of ways. For example, he would tell them to greet one another with a laugh, or to laugh like a lion. Although Kataria discovered that fake laughter produces the same health benefits as genuine laughter, he was gratified to find that it usually didn't take long for fake laughter to turn into real laughter. This idea of laughter clubs has been extremely successful. There are now more than 8,000 laughter clubs in 60 different countries. It seems laughter is indeed infectious. Now that you know the health benefits of laughter, think about ways you could bring more laughter into your life. Whether you go to comedy clubs, joke with a friend, or watch more comedies, your mind and body will soon be enjoying the many benefits of a good laugh.
Answer true or false. 1. Laughter increases oxygen levels in your body. يزيد الضحك من معدلات الأكسجين. 2. People with lower stress levels tend to get sick more often. الناس ذي التوتر القليل يمرضون أكثر. Number 3. Clowns are a common sight in a hospital emergency rooms. المهرجون يتواجدون في غرف الطوارئ في المستشفى. 4. The first laughter club was started by an Indian doctor. أول نادي للضحك وجد بطبيب هندي. 5. Fake laughter does not produce the same health benefits as genuine laughter. ليس للضحك المزيف نفس فوائد الضحك الأصيل. Number 6. There are about 800 laughter clubs in the world today. هنالك 800 نادي للضحك في العالم هذا اليوم. Answers. Speaking. 1. Work in pairs or groups. Brainstorm ways of bringing more laughter into your life. فكر في الطرق أن تضيف لحياتك الكثير من الضحك أو المزيد من الضحك. 2. Complete the chart with your notes and use it to help you talk about your ideas in class. أضف معلوماتك أو ملحوظاتك في هذه القائمة وتحدث عنها في الصف. People and things that make me laugh. أشياء أو ناس تضحكني. Things, jokes, stories and events that I find funny. أحداث وقصص مضحكة. Things that make my friends laugh. أشياء تضحك أصحابي. Things that prevent me from laughing. أشياء لا تضحكني. The way I feel when I laugh. مشاعري أثناء الضحك. What scientists say about laughter. ما يقوله العلماء عن الضحك. What I think about laughter. وما أعتقده في الضحك. 10. Writing. كتابة.
1. Read the texts and find out about sitcoms. 2. Think of sitcoms you have watched. Do you enjoy watching them? Why? Why not? 3. Who are your favorite characters? Why? 4. Read the excerpt of the sample script below and find out who the main characters are. What has happened? A sitcom is a situation comedy without an ending. It consists of episodes but the situation goes on. The television sitcom was born in the 1940s and 1950s. It had originally existed as a radio show that listeners would tune into every week to spend some time with familiar characters they grew to know and liked. When television arrived in the late 1940s, shows were filmed in front of a live studio audience with 3 cameras recording everything for later editing. In the 60s, sitcoms combined fantasy with comedy and used a laugh track instead of a live studio audience. In the 70s, social issues were included, but in the 80s there was a return to the original family concept, the most important success factor behind sitcoms. Nowadays, shows are filmed with a single camera, on location or on studio sets with no laugh track or live audience. E1 Scene 1 and Living Room. Morning, Day 1. Omar, Kevin. Kevin runs into the living room wearing his tracksuit and notices a letter on the table near the door. As he tries to open it, Omar walks in with a funny look on his face, pointing to the letter. Kevin, excited, "Look, I got it. I'm a university student." Omar at a loss, attempting to stop him. But Kevin rushes out the door, holding the envelope as bits of confetti start falling out, marking his trail. Omar stands at the door, shaking his head. He is holding another letter in his hand. "Omar, Kevin, you never stop. That letter, it was an advertisement." Scene 2, X'd. Schoolyard. 20 minutes later, Kevin is running around the school trailing confetti. Scene 2, Kevin receives the following messages on his voicemail. Read the messages and say who has left the message and why. Discuss how Kevin will feel when he reads them. 1. Hi Kevin, this is Dad. Your brother has told us the wonderful news. Congratulations, son. We are very proud of you. 2. Hi Kevin, this is your bro, Allie. Well done. Do you want my help with moving your things? Call me. 3. Hello Kevin, this is Mr. Jackson from University Admissions. Unfortunately, we don't have any record of an offer of a university place for you. Please could you call us on 234-7684-X'd. 43. Thank you. Scene 3, Omar has left a message for Kevin at home. Read the message and say why Omar has left the message. How does Omar feel? In pairs, write a voicemail message Kevin leaves for Mr. Jackson, explaining the situation. Hi Kevin, you ran out of the door so quickly that I didn't have a chance to explain. That letter was not from the university offering you a place. It was an advertisement. I'm really sorry. I know how much you want to go to that college. Anyway, Mr. Jackson called and said they don't know who you are, so you had better call and explain the situation. I'll be back at 6 p.m. See you later, Omar. How will the episode end? Work with a partner and make notes. Write a short description of the final scene. Notes about the final scene. Episode 8, a CT1, final scene, blank. Blank day, blank blank place, time of day. Names of characters, blank is standing, sitting in the blank. Underscore 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 wearing his underscore underscore underscore. Writing corner. When writing a sitcom, brainstorm ideas about funny scenes that you have experienced, heard about, or seen. Identify what makes them funny. Research and read scripts from sitcoms you know to get ideas. Picture each scene and write a draft description. Focus on the characters and list their characteristics. If possible, draw them. Outline the events in the episode. Go back and edit, replace, or add to your material. Give it to someone else to read before you finalize it.
ما سبق كان التدريب على كتابة المشاهد الحوارية في المسلسلات أو برامج التلفاز. هل يمكنك أن تتدرب على مثل هذه المهارات وتكون كاتب سيناريو محترف؟ 11. Form meaning and function, expressing wishes, regret and criticism. كيف نعبر عن الأماني، الأسى وأيضا الانتقاد. Verb wish، أتمنى. Use wish for things that happened in the past that you now regret. نستعمله لأحداث حدثت في الماضي ونندم عليها الآن. In the past, I didn't see the TV comedian. I wish I had seen the TV comedian. Everyone thought he was so funny. أتمنى لو رأيت ذلك. الآن نأتي بالفعل wish في الزمن المضارع، ولكن الفعل التام ما يتلو wish had ثم سين التصريف الثالث. I couldn't get the joke. I wish I had been able to get the joke. I need to improve my English. أتمنى لو قدرت على فهم هذه النكتة. I switched off before. I wish I hadn't switched off before the end of the TV show. The ending was supposed to be very good. الآن أيضا هذا في النفي، لكن had تصبح hadn't، ونأتي بالفعل المضاف له ed أو التصريف الثالث. Use wish and if only for things you want to happen now، لأحداث تريد أن تكون الآن أو في المستقبل، or in the future, but which you know probably won't happen، ولكن لن تحدث كما تريد. إذن أماني تظل. In the present في المضارع I'm not a big fan of his jokes. I wish I found his jokes funny. إذن wish وتأتي بالماضي found his jokes funny. I feel down today. أنا أشعر أني محبط اليوم. ولكن لو أضفنا الأمنية I wish I didn't منفية في الماضي بدid، وفيل تأتي بدون ed أو التصريف الثاني لأن did هي الماضي. I wish I didn't feel down today. I wish I could من كان الأصل المضارع وcould في الماضي cheer up. The comedian can't make people laugh. الآن هذا نفي. The comedian wishes يتمنى هو he could لو أمكنه make people laugh. In the future في المستقبل نستخدم هذا الأسلوب. He won't lend me his car لأني يعيرني سيارته. won't مختصرة من كلمة will not، ولو جئنا بها على شكل الأمنية للمستقبل نقول I wish he would تتحول إلى will تتحول إلى would تعتبر الصيغة الماضية من will، وwish هي الأمنية فما بعدها يكون ماضيا. would lend me his car. My brother will leave for college soon. If only he would أيضا تحولت إلى would، واستعملنا قبلها كلمة if only للأمنية كذلك. If only he would stay. عموما الفعل بعد كلمة would ينبغي أن يكون في المصدر، وكذلك بعد الفعل will، بمعنى لا نصرف ولا نضيف له ed ولا أي شيء. Expressing criticism تعبير عن الانتقاد. Use wish or if only عفوا with would to express irritation لنبين توترنا من شيء مع كلمة would، or annoyance with a situation or a particular action of someone else. I wish he wouldn't use his cell phone in class. أتمنى لو لا يستخدم جواله في الصف. أنا متضرر من هذا أو متضايق. I wish the children would stop interrupting. أتمنى لو الأطفال يوقفوا المقاطعة. Note: use if only in the place of wish to express a wish. نستخدم if only مكان wish لنبين أمنية. Regret or criticism more emphatically أو نركز على الانتقاد. If only it would stop raining I wouldn't feel so depressed. الآن نبين أنني أتمنى هذا الأمنية وأنا متضايق جدا. A. Use the verb wish to complete the sentences. In some cases more than one answer is possible. استخدم wish لتكمل الجمل. مثلا هنا a friend didn't talk so much wouldn't talk so much. الآن لأن هذه أمنية فعلينا أن ننتبه لما بعد الأمنية أن يكون في الماضي مثلا، أو نستخدم فيه كلمة would ونأتي بالفعل إما منفية أو مثبتة ثم نأتي بالفعل في المصدر. Such that was so that بحيث أن. Such and so make the meaning of an adjective or adverb stronger. تجعل معنى الحالة والصفة أقوى. So that and such that are used to show cause and effect وتبين المسبب والأثر. Such ونضيف بعدها adjective ثم نأتي باسم ونأتي بعد ذلك بكلمة that. مثلا نقول The new TV sitcom is such a funny show. صفة موصوف ونأتي بذات لدرجة بحيث everyone in my class watches it. So adjective or adverb that ونأتي بعد كلمة so صفة أو حال ثم that. إذن such صفة واسم so صفة أو حال ثم that. فقط صفة أو حال. The comedian is so amusing that he had everyone in stitches. We laughed so much that we had tears in our eyes. Can't, could, couldn't, must, may or might. هذه أفعال الموديل وتبين to make suppositions. افتراضات to speculate about something. نفترض حول شيء ما أو نعطي تصوراتنا. And to draw conclusions ونعطي استنتاجات كذلك. Use must to say we are sure of something. Must للتأكد 100%. We use can't or couldn't to say that we think something is impossible. نستعمل can't be real or couldn't be real لنبين أن شيئا ما مستحيل. Use may, might or could to say that something is possible. وشيئا ما مع هذه الكلمات ممكن الحدوث. The story about the green aliens can't be true. لا يمكن أن تكون صحيحة. It might be a prank. قد تكون هذا افتراض واحتمال خدعة. It must be April 1st. وأنا متأكد من هذا. وفي هذه الحالة present كلها مضارع. The story about the green aliens can't have been true. الآن can't have been true في الماضي التام. وأتينا ب can't ثم have في المصدر ثم been التصريف الثالث من be. True. It might have been a prank. قد تكون خدعة. It must have been April 1st. هذا في الماضي. إذن الماضي نستعمل هذه الأسلوب. Match the sentences, then use these ideas to write one sentence with so that or such that. ادمج هذه الفكرتين واستعمل so that و such that في كل جملة. Answers. D. I'm having such a good time that I don't want to go home. أنا أستمتع بوقتي لدرجة أني لا أريد الذهاب للمنزل. 2A. The food was so spicy that it burned my mouth for half an hour after eating it. إنه مبهر لدرجة أنه حرق فمي بعد نصف ساعة لمدة نصف ساعة. 3F. Emma is such a popular name that there are 4 girls in the class with that name. 4C. The school is so selective that they only accept 1 student for every 100 applicants. إذن such و so مع such مع الصفة والموصوف و so فقط مع الصفة. وأيضا نأتي بذات بعد ذلك لنبين الأثر الذي وقع. C. Write sentences to speculate about the situations. Use can't, could, couldn't, must, may or might. أعطي افتراضاتك عن الحدث الذي في الصورة. The fans look happy. يبدو المشجعون فرحون. That their team must have won the game. They can't have lost. Number 2. Nawal looks angry. She may never stop shouting. Number 3. His parents are sad. He must be going to college. Number 4. The officer is surprised. The boy might have crashed into him.
1. Research films or sitcoms on TV and find scenes that you find really funny. Choose 2 films, sitcoms and watch the scenes again, if possible. 2. Make notes in the chart. Include as many details as you can. 3. Use your information notes to prepare a PowerPoint presentation for your class.
فيلم sitcom title. الفيلم أو عنوان السيتكوم أو هذا البرنامج. Scene description. وصف المشهد. Characters. الشخصيات. Name, role, actor. الاسم، الدور والممثل. Script. What characters say. السيناريو وماذا يقوله الشخصيات مثلا. Actions. الأحداث in the scene في المشهد. Funny elements. العناصر المضحكة. Behavior. السلوك. Words. كلمات. Appearance. المظهر.
4. Act out funny scenes in class for your classmates to guess the roles, actors, or film. Try to remember the lines from the script. 5. Present your presentation.
قدم الآن مشهدا إلى زملائك ليخمنوا مكان المشهد مثلا، أو قدم عرضا عن هذا البرنامج.
talk about humor and tell jokes, explain consequences with comparatives, use past and present participial adjectives, use get plus adjective and get plus past participle, use the comparatives, express wishes, regret and criticism, use such, that, so, that, can't, could, couldn't, must, may, or might.
الآن زوروا موقعنا howtutsgames.com للتركيز على الدروس واختبار المعلومات، كما يتم تحديث المحتوى التعليمي باستمرار. كان معكم الأستاذ جاسم العقيلي، مع تمنياتنا لكم بالتوفيق والتفوق.